I'm Judge Johnson here in McHenry County Circuit Court, which is part of the 22nd Judicial Circuit in Illinois. Today I'd like to talk to you about making a remote court appearance in traffic court, which is held in courtroom 102. I'm going to begin by sharing my screen and showing you some of the resources that are available to you on the Circuit Clerk's website that could be helpful as you make your remote court appearance. If you search on the internet for the McHenry County Circuit Clerk, you should be directed to this web page. You'll see here on this initial opening page that there is a tab for remote appearance options. If you click here, you'll be taken to the remote appearance options page. I'm going to scroll down so that you can see what's here. I'm hoping that you notice that there are links for Zoom courtrooms for various courtrooms. These are arranged in numerical order. And so if you're looking for traffic court, which is courtroom 102, it will be near the top. Here it is, courtroom 102, traffic with Judge Johnson. Also included here is a link. If you click this link, it should take you directly to the waiting room for McHenry Courtroom 102. It also has some helpful information here, the personal link name, McHenry Courtroom 102, and you'll see no password is required. Hang on to that information because that's going to be useful in just another moment. I'm going to take you back up to the top here and show you this blue tab, here in English and also in Spanish. If you click here, you'll be taken to step-by-step directions about how to use Zoom. This first page deals with Zooming from your phone. The second page, if you scroll down, provides the same set of steps but applicable to your computer. Remember that personal link name, McHenry Courtroom 102. That's the information you're going to need in this step. For step 5, the meeting ID, we use a personal link name, and so that's where that information goes, no password required. If you're using your computer to make your connection, it's right down here at step 4, and again, no password required at step 5. One of the most common issues we have with folks appearing remotely in courtroom 102 is that they forget or just don't know how to join with audio. And if you don't have any audio, you can't be heard and you can't hear what's happening in the court, which makes it very difficult to get through your court appearance. And so I encourage you to go down all the way to that last step. Here it is, step number 8 for the phone. You're going to see here the steps you need to take to join to audio. And on the computer, that last step, step 7, to connect to audio. You should know you're connected to audio because you'll see a microphone symbol next to your image on the computer screen. When you do make a remote court appearance, there's a couple of things that you should keep in mind. First, you are not permitted or allowed to record the proceedings, and that rule is punishable by contempt of court. Please do not record proceedings. Also, please mute yourself when you are not speaking. If you see a microphone icon near your image on the Zoom screen and it has a line through it, that means that you're muted and the sound around you is not coming into the courtroom. And that's just as it should be. Once I begin calling cases, you'll hear your name and you'll be prompted to unmute. At that point, it's appropriate to click that microphone button. That line through the microphone will disappear and you'll be able to be heard and, of course, hear what's happening in the court proceeding. Please be sure that the printed name that appears on the screen next to your image is your legal name or the name of the case that you're appearing on. The court docket is arranged by legal names, first and last names, and so if you're identified that way in the remote courtroom, it makes it very easy and efficient for the court to find your name. If you need to rename yourself, oftentimes you can do it by simply right-clicking on that name that appears on the screen. You'll be provided a rename option, and then you can type in the correct name. If you are an attorney making an appearance on the case, please identify yourself as Attorney Smith, for instance, with the attorney at the beginning of the name. That makes it very easy for the court to find you in the list of participants. You are required to participate in remote court proceedings personally, and that means that you're doing it without the assistance of anyone else who may be in the room. The exception to that is those who are 17 years of age or younger. Those participants are generally required to come with a parent or guardian. Please have your parent or guardian there with you and ready to go when your case is called so that we can proceed. The court does have the right to terminate the proceedings if there's some aspect of the video experience, audio experience, or your willingness or ability to abide by the court rules that is unacceptable. Please do follow the court directions in the Zoom proceeding. If you are disconnected for any reason, please do try to re-enter. You'll use that same personal link name, McHenry Courtroom 102, to rejoin the traffic court proceeding. If we see you there in the waiting room and it's appropriate, we will readmit you to the courtroom. In criminal proceedings, you have a right to appear in person at all critical stages of the proceeding. Traffic matters are generally included within criminal proceedings, and critical stages include times, for instance, when you make a plea or you receive a sentence from the court. You are not required to be in open court in person to make your plea or receive your sentence. You can waive that right and proceed in the remote setting or on Zoom. If you do not want to waive your right to be here in person in open court to make your plea or receive your sentence or at any other critical stage, please let me know so that we can make arrangements for you to be here in person. Thank you.